Hall of Fame. Some baseball news. Hall of Fame official. Big Papi, the only guy inducted into the Hall of Fame. 77.9% of the vote in his first year on the ballot. People a little mad there that Edgar Martinez had to wait till his final year to get in as a DH, and Big Papi gets in year one. Also, obviously, Big Papi did steroids. He just did. There's still people out there who deny it. I can't help you. I can't fix stupid. Very obviously, he did. But to be like, in my mind, clear as day Hall of Famer. The right decision. I don't care if you get in the first ballot, second. Like, if you're just good enough, we talk about this, you should just get in. I don't get the whole waiting game. Like, oh, he didn't deserve to get in first. If he's just a Hall of Famer, he's a Hall of Famer. But David Ortiz deserves to be a Hall of Famer. What he did for Boston. I'm even saying that he's the reason for a lot of sadness and pain as a Yankee fan in like those early to mid 2000s. But he deserves to get in. Mid to late 2000s is what I meant to say. But the thing is, the hypocrisy with the Hall of Fame. If David Ortiz gets in, how does Roger Clemens, how Barry Bonds, Sammy Sosa, ARod, how do they not get into the Hall of Fame?
So he was accused of it?
Oh, he tested positive.
But he tested positive.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so you
and
know
then,
what
like, a little later, Manfred was like, yeah, there's a chance he didn't. He's trying to cover his own ass. Big Papi tested positive. He said he'd get to the bottom of it. He said he would, clear his name. He just never did it. It kind of went away. He's a lovable personality.
Just stop right there.
Yeah, that's it.
That's it, because Bonds is a dick. And it's
Clemens
weird because we were talking about it
A
today.
Rod dick.
Like in basketball, like they kind of like dicks. They're like Ron Artest. They like I'm saying like Ron Artest, likable guy, and he's kind of a dickhead. Michael Jordan, known dick, but it doesn't matter.
He's so fucking good.
But so is Barry Bonds.
Yeah, but I mean, at least he has the cheating thing.
But I'm just saying, like, just because he's cheating, but David Ortiz
I mean, Barry Bonds
cheated.
should be in.
I
think David Ortiz should be in. I'm halfway through this test. I'm gonna take a pause.
Okay.
David Ortiz should be in. I mean, they all should be in, but it's fucking asinine that David Ortiz is in and Barry Bonds and Roger.
You can't pick and choose. You just
David
can't.
Ortiz has a failed drug test. He's a failed drug test. ARod does not, for the record. Barry Bonds does not. Roger Clemens does not. Like, it
that doesn't matter. This failed or not.
People,
there's some people who are like, oh, if he failed, then I won't vote for him if he did. Like, no. Like, that's just not how you should do it. The guy did steroids. You have to be consistent. They all can't be in. If you say they all can't be in, I still disagree with you. I always think there should be a section in the Hall of Fame. However big you want to put the sign that says steroids in there.
Marty's so dumb that he knows H is in the word, and he just guessed a word that doesn't have H in it.
Fuck, I forgot about the H.
But yeah, it should be a section. But they should. It's part of history. It's part of the most popular time in the history of the sport. Never mind the fact that it was so popular, it generated so much money for the sport, so much attention, so many eyes, that it paid for all of these writers' salaries and made them have jobs that they still have today because of how popular the sport was during the steroid era. And now they're like, oh yeah, no, we're too holy, and we think the Hall of Fame should be this prestigious place where everyone's a good person. Look, do me a favor. Go search what Ty Cobb did. If we want to talk about putting every good person in the Hall of Fame, not exactly a great guy, and I imagine he's not the only person in the Hall of Fame that has done some bad things in his life. Was he an outstanding baseball player? Yes, and that is all the Hall of Fame should care about. That's what the Hall of Fame. It's not the good person fame. It's not the humanitarian fame. It's Baseball Hall of Fame. David Ortiz is a very good hitter, all time great for the Red Sox. He's a Hall of Famer. Alex Rodriguez. One of the best hitters of all time. Barry Bonds, the best hitter of all time. You can't just pick and choose. You got to be consistent. I don't have any respect for you. You shouldn't have a vote if you're just going to pick and choose based on the guy you liked. That's fucking insane. This isn't a personality contest.
I got to tell you, I'm horrible at these what does not belong in this series questions. These make no fucking sense to my brain.
I think I may have gotten that one wrong. Yeah, so that pissed me off. And ARod, 31%? I want to say he starts off with 34.3. Not the worst percentage to, if you go by what you need to increase by. But at the end of the day, if they have this thinking that it's a personality contest and Bonds can't get in, then ARod's not getting in.
Or Clemens.
Well, no, they can't get in. I'm saying it's just year one for ARod.
Yeah.
In theory, he can go up in percent. And 34.3 is actually a pretty good starting number. But think about this. The number one home run hitter of all time, the number one hitter of all time, and the top Cy Young winner of all time are just not in the Hall of Fame.
Do you think Barry Bonds is the best baseball player of all time?
Yeah.
Brandon,
He also won Gold Gloves.
Brandon was like, he just isn't. Like he says, like Mickey Mantle, Willie Mays is better. I'm like, I hate doing that because it's different generations. It's just fucking hard. But he also is just saying that he was a fine player, and then in 35 he just juiced up and he was fucking unbelievable.
He was a really, really good player.
He
won Gold Gloves.
Yeah, I agree. I 1,000% agree.
Dude, and also, I always will switch this to pitching. Like the whole people like pitching is, you see it nowadays. Just because you throw hard does not mean you are a good pitcher. There's so much more that goes into pitching than hitting. I mean, hitting is a lot more too, hand-eye coordination, all that shit. But the pitching is like way, way different. Like you have, for Clemens to win those Cy Young awards, like you don't just give every schmuck steroids. They just don't turn into Roger Clemens. There's a whole difference there with pitching. I'm always gonna be distraught when Clemens is my guy. I love Clemens.